Hey everybody, this is Carrie Mubarak at wooingnature.life, and this is the November reading for my Aquarius friends 2019. So this is the November reading 2019 for all of the Aquarius people. I am reading today from Colette Baron Reid, The Wisdom of the Oracle. I will be pulling 3 cards from that deck. Actually, I've already pre-shuffled and I already have 3 cards here for you, Aquarius. I'll get to that in just a minute. And then I'm going to be following up. So Wisdom of the Oracle first, and then I'll be following up with the Tarot, the Sun and Moon Tarot. Love that little deck. So cute and so special. All right, so I pulled 3 cards for you all Aquariuses. It is Happy Happy is the card that's right in the middle. Then I have the Tribe in reverse, and then I have Treasure Island. So with Happy Happy being here and Treasure Island being here, I think that this is probably a really positive month for you all. One, because there's joy and happiness. I don't know, some of you might be celebrating birthdays. You all might be celebrating other accomplishments during this time. If you have had an accomplishment, even if it's a small accomplishment, celebrate that. That's very important. It's an important part of you processing to the next phase of your life, being able to actually acknowledge the blessings that came from the thing you've been working toward, or whatever it has been. And that's whether you're in school and getting ready to graduate or preparing to graduate, or even if there is just something at work. It could be a promotion or something like that. But if it's a birthday, if it's anything where you are transitioning from one age to another, one job to another, one place to another, celebrate and use this time as a time for celebration. Celebration is an important ritual, actually. It allows us to see where we've come, and it closes the door on it so that new things can be open to you. So don't forget to celebrate. Don't just say, oh, it's just my birthday, it's just another year. Don't do that to yourself. Really honor yourself during your birthday season, or honor the accomplishments that you have made, and don't pretend like that didn't happen. That's like, don't do that, okay? All right, so Treasure Island means that there's a treasure on the way, something you've been waiting for, something that you've been wishing for, but I'm also getting that it's also something more to it than that, like it's more than you expected. Like you had your dreams set on certain things and you've been waiting and you've been patient for it. Well, it's going to come to you, but it's going to come to you with some extra, because you did exercise patience, because you did wait for the timing to be right. It's going to really be beneficial to you. And it's not only going to be something that's connected to the heart, but it's also going to be something that will make you shine as well. So it's going to put you in the limelight a little bit, and also put you kind of on front and center, but it's also something that's really good for your heart and good for your soul and good for your spirit as well. All right, so the other card I have is this Tribe, and it's upside down, which is a little bit of a concern for me, because I know how important it is for us to have your tribe and have your people that you connect with that are there for you. So if you all are having issues in the tribe, or if you're having some skirmishes amongst yourselves in your extended family, and when I say extended family, we have our family that we're born in, and then we have our tribe. And sometimes for some of us, our family is our tribe. And for others of us, our tribe is not our family. And then for some of us, the tribe and the family mix up, like your blood family and your tribe kind of mix there together. But either way it goes, whoever you consider to be those people that are your crew, your support system, your love support system, your financial support system, the people who have your back, those people that you go to in a crunch and they always give you some kind of positive feedback. That's really who your tribe is. Now, if there's something going on in the tribe, meaning there's some arguments, some skirmishes, some problems, some misunderstandings, and you're feeling like you're on the outside of it, then you'll want to examine that during the month of November. You really want to get to the bottom of that. And getting to the bottom of it takes a lot of courage, because if there's hurt involved, then we don't want to deal with the hurt either. We want to avoid the hurt. We don't want to get into a conflict, or for those of us who don't mind getting a little ramped up, we do want to get into the conflict, but getting into the conflict just stirs it up more, instead of it really being about healing. It just becomes about being in the conflict. You got to come out of that. You got to take a step away, and you really got to ask yourself, what is it that is the real problem, particularly if you all are in relationships where you've had repeated offenses, like repeated things that have happened. I told you about this and I told you I don't like it and you keep doing it anyway, and now I really want to bust you in your lip, that kind of thing. So you want to just like deal with that, deal with yourself, because you don't have control over other people, but you do have control over yourself. You may not be able to get other people to see your side of the story, but you can understand to a very deep degree what your side is and be clear about that, and let that be a tool or a point or a pivot point for healing the whole thing, yourself and others. So I am getting that, there's some issues around the family, the tribe, the people that are around you. You may not be feeling like you belong there, or you may be feeling like you need to take some time out. And it's okay for you to take time out. If you need to take time out, please do so. Please do so. But it doesn't mean like, don't do that if it's going to cause more problems, is what I'm saying for you. Because the thing is that we all need each other. We've gone through this period of time where we feel like we don't need each other, but we do need each other. And so learning how to get along with each other becomes vitally important to you and your well-being, believe it or not. This argument that you may be having with your sibling or with your spouse or with your mother, your significant other, kids, whoever it might be, or just your friend who's really tight with you as a part of your crew, that issue needs to be addressed so that growth can happen, not only for yourself but for the tribe as well, because everything that is done for the self is done for the tribe, and everything that's done for the tribe is done for the self. And so if you start to put yourself in that line of thinking, like who I am in relationship to the whole, then your decisions that you make, the things that you decide to do, the way you choose to respond in a situation is going to change, because you now see yourself clearly within the framework of the tribe. Okay? So out of everything this month, Aquarians, I'm going to say this is probably the thing that's going to, that's going to be the most challenging for you, is to resolve some of those issues that are going on there. There's also in the book, it also talks about if you feel like you have to fit in, if you're trying to change yourself to fit into the circle that you're in, that's not your tribe. I'm letting you know that. So if you're having to change yourself and adjust yourself and fix yourself and do more of this and less of this and what in order for you to feel comfortable around the people that you're in, that's not your tribe. That's not your tribe. Your tribe, you can show up as yourself at your best and at your worst, and they're still going to be right there for you. So if you're having that kind of issue where you feel like, well, in order for me to fit in, then I've got to do this, that's not your tribe. You need to go find your tribe. You need to start looking for them, because the ones you're with, they ain't it. All right. Just saying, because we got to say it. All right, so I am going to follow up using the Sun and Moon Tarot. Like this little deck. I don't know if I'm going to do a art of the deck, but I really do like this deck anyway. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. It's a very sweet deck. So I like it. Alright, so we're just going to do some follow-ups here with the Sun and Moon regarding this November Aquarians. Follow-ups, details, extras, things that Aquarians need to know for November to get clarity and get that reasoning going, blah, 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 blah. It's the stuff you say while you're shuffling. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we have a Queen of Wands here. This is about knowing your power, feeling yourself in your full self, in your full power. I think with this happiness and with this treasure coming in, you're feeling it and you're feeling yourself, right? You are looking to kind of master that place within yourself or you're coming to a place of mastery within yourself, which is why you're feeling the joy and why you're feeling excited and happy and things like that, right? So you are able to access, you're able to access what's around you. As far as the energy that's around you, you're able to kind of take a piece of that and add to it, and add an extra flavor to it or something. I'm seeing the cheetah here. The cheetah is an animal that represents speed, so you can expect this to happen quickly. You can expect this in relationship to the treasures that's coming in, and also with the joy and the happiness that you're feeling. You can expect for that to happen very quickly. So any movement that you're making right now will manifest things fairly quickly for you. We got a Five of Pentacles here, which typically represents something about wealth or worth. Self-worth is wrapped up in this card, as well as poverty, and like issues about money and stuff like that. Having the haves and the have-nots are all wrapped up in this Five of Pentacles card. So it's like getting in touch with what your value is and your worth. I'm seeing that here in relationship to this Treasure Island card. It's like knowing your treasure, like knowing your true treasure is what brings your treasure in. So if you're still waiting on the thing that you have been wanting, then deal with issues around worthiness, self-worth, deservingness, stuff like that. Continue to work on that from the inside. Because when you're trying to manifest something, if you have any kind of stagnation in your mind about receiving or about getting what you want, or having a lot, or accessing or having access to a lot of different things, if you have any kind of inner conflict around that, it will block your blessing. All right. So while you're waiting for this treasure to show up, this thing that you asked for, and I'm getting very strongly, Aquarians, that you all have been praying and asking for something specific. Could be a new job, could be some money, it could be, just something that's really going to bring your life the joy that you're looking for. But it hasn't quite shown up yet for you. And if it hasn't, continue to work on this on the inside, because every time you chip away some old outdated thought about whether or not you deserve what you're asking for, or well, maybe it's not possible, or the dream is too big, or any kind of stuff like that that you're secretly telling yourself in your psyche about it, it's going to keep it from coming to you. And then, like, sometimes people want something, but they have disdain for the thing that they want because they don't have it. So they're like, well, I don't like that anyway. Well, you do like it, but you're saying you don't like it, so you're actually preventing it from coming to yourself. But that's about getting in touch with you and like what your mechanisms are, and then the stuff you say to kind of defend yourself from the things that hurt you. I could go on and on about that. If you need to go a deeper dive, you can hit me up at Kerri, Kerri at wooingnature.life, and we can get a little deeper with that. But the main thing is to deal with your issues around self-worth. And as you are chipping away at that old stuff, as you say, oh, you know what, this is my issue. I say I want this, but really I want this. Or it could be like, I really want this, but I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid that if I get it, this is going to happen. So you really want to do some digging. And if you are working with your therapist around that, I would definitely, hit them up, pay that $75, and go ahead on and knock that one on out. All right, so we got Six of Swords here, which looks like to me you're contemplating something, or you're in contemplation around something you want to do. You got to go ahead and do it, right? It's enough. Contemplation is over. The contemplation is calling consternation. So don't do that, okay? Don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about it, Aquarius. You got to just act on it now at this point. There's no need in... You've already thought about it. You already thought about this thing. Whatever it is, you've already thought about it. You mulled about it. You mulled around and you mulled over it in your head. You have tried to figure it out in your head, and some of you maybe have even written it down, which is a really good thing. But now it's time to do some action around the thing that you have been thinking about. I think that that's also another thing about the treasure. The treasure is coming towards you. It's in that position where it's coming towards you. It's not there yet, and these cards that I keep pulling to me are telling me why it isn't coming. One is you got to deal with self-worth issues. The second thing is you got to pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger, and then I don't know if you can see, but like, see, she's got a little dress and the little coins are falling out of the sky. See? Yeah, Aquarius, that's what you have to do. So this is the deal. This is the deal on the thing you're waiting on. That's the deal. Deal with your self-worth issues. Deal with your hang-ups about what you're asking for. If it's money, what do you have issues? What are your fears around money? What are the things that you deeply tell yourself every time you say, "Oh, I want a lot of money," and then right after you say, "But I don't want no dot dot dot." And then the other thing is just actually putting the boots on the ground on the project or on the idea or whatever it is that you've been dreaming up and thinking about and contemplating. It's action. It's action that's going to bring this into fruition. Action. All right, let's see what else is going on. They just been talking and talking. All right, we got a King of Swords in reverse. That's let's see. We got a King of Swords in reverse, and we have Judgment here. All right, King of Swords. Again, a lot of thinking. Analysis paralysis. That's what we call that. Analysis paralysis. All right, it's not beyond you to do that, Aquarians, to do that. You all are not, out of the air signs, you all do it the least, but I'm not going to say you won't do it too. Okay, a lot of thinking, enough thinking. Now it's time for the actual action again. I'm getting that again. And then with this Judgment card coming up, to me, it's like, yeah, this is the time. That's what the Judgment is like. The trumpet sounds, the Lord shall descend, and all the dead in Christ are risen. Right? It's a time. It represents a time when something has to happen. And that's what this is saying to me. It's like you've done enough thinking about it. You have exhausted the thinking about it. It's now time to go ahead and move on it. That's your treasure. I'm not getting anything else other than that. Okay. All right, so we've got the Hangman in reverse, which means there's some surrendering that's not happening. I think that might be in relationship to the tribe. We've got more thinking, Aquarians. I'm not pulling another card for you all. That's 17 minutes of everything you need to know about what's going on in your head. And what's going on in your head is too many things. You're thinking, and not doing. Stop thinking and start doing. Start actually making a move. If that deals with your family, your issues with your tribe, then do an action, do a thing. Make a move. Do something. Don't just sit there. If you are waiting for your ship to come in, you're going to have to also deal with those. Deal with this. Deal with these things internally. Where is it? Deal with these things internally. But still, don't just think. You have to actually make a move. You have to make a move. That's why this Queen of Wands is here. She doesn't have any problems making a move. So you got to make a move. Okay? All right, so that should get you straight for the month of November, Aquarians. I think that you're going to be on the lookout for this thing that you have asked for that is trying to come to you. You're going to do your inner work around your self-worth issues, hang-ups that you have around the thing that you're wishing for, hoping for, desiring. You're actually making a plan of action and you're moving on it. Don't make a scratch that. Do not make a plan of action. You already have the plan. It's in your head. Some of you have written it down. If you haven't written down the plan, write the plan down right quick on a piece of paper, an envelope, a post-it note. It doesn't matter. Don't make it dramatic. Get it down, get it on paper, and then take one of those things on that list of your plans and do it before the end of November, or else when the new year comes in and everybody's all happy and celebrating, you're going to be delayed because you're going to be thinking that I should have stopped thinking. Okay? All right. So that is your message from November. If you want to take a deeper dive, you can reach out to me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. And as always, I hope you have a great November, and I hope you have a fabulous life.